Organizers of the hands-off Mkhwanazi march are demanding the protection of KwaZulu-Natal Police Commissioner Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi. They also say they reject President Cyril Ramaphosa's establishment of a judicial commission of inquiry to probe Mkhwanazi's implication of senior police officials, including Minister Senzo Mchunu, in corruption and having links to criminal syndicates. Scores of residents, groups and some political parties are participating in the march in support of General Mkhwanazi. That bombshell of a briefing actually 2 weeks ago, that briefing where he implicated a number of individuals speaking on allegations of a criminal syndicate which to a certain extent is enabled, according to him, by the police minister Senzo Mchunu, who has since been placed on a leave of absence. We also have police officers that were also implicated there, and also members of the judiciary, specifically the magistrate. So quite a lot of allegations that were brought to the fore by General Mkhwanazi at that time, and the president has since responded, indicating the establishment of a judicial commission of inquiry. I believe we now have SABC News reporter Simpiwe Makanya just to share with us the very latest. Good afternoon, Simpiwe. Many people in Durban have taken to the streets this morning. Just share with us what some of the supporters of General Mkhwanazi are saying today.
Well, good afternoon, Mfundo. As you indicated, there are thousands and thousands of, ordinary South Africans, representing different churches, as well as political parties have converged here. Of course, joining the hands-off Mkhwanazi march that is currently taking place, bringing the streets of Durban to a standstill in terms of traffic. I'm going to move out of the shot just for a while and ask my colleague Sbu Tembe to give our viewers just a sense really of the amount of people that are here. Of course, the march started a short while ago. It is now currently, making its way through the CBD. You see there a number of the protesters carrying various placards, one of them saying, "Hands off General Mkhwanazi." This is the message really that is coming through from the thousands of people that have joined this particular march here today, of course in support of General Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi. The call really, this particular march started as a result of the revelations that the Provincial Commissioner Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi made this past Sunday, where he alleged that the Minister of Police Senzo Mchunu, together with other high-ranking police officials, are involved in a criminal syndicate in this country. This has resulted in a groundswell of support from ordinary South Africans. Of course, we've also seen different political parties taking this particular, stance to say that they are in support of the revelations, and they also, support the work that has been done by the Provincial Commissioner of Police. But of course, allow me, Mfundo, just to interact with a few of the people who are out here today taking place in this march. Ma'am, thank you so much for your time. I just want to get your name and surname, and also tell us, why are you part of this march today?
My name is Romita Ori. I am supporting General Mkhwanazi. He is fighting crime and corruption, and we want the gravy train out with Cyril Ramaphosa.
What about the announcement that was made by the president to establish a commission to probe the allegations that were raised by General Mkhwanazi? Are you in support of the inquiry to probe the allegations?
No, I'm not in support of the allegations against General.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your time. Well, these are just some of the sentiments that have been expressed by quite a number of residents that have joined this particular march, Mfundo. Thousands of them bringing the traffic to a standstill. Of course, earlier on, we did have an opportunity to get a reaction from the ANC in KwaZulu-Natal, and they indicated that they support the establishment of a commission of inquiry to probe the allegations. But of course, we do also know that political parties such as Umkhonto Wesizwe Party as well as the Democratic Alliance have opened criminal cases. Their stance is that police should deal with these particular issues and also hold those responsible accountable in terms of it. Let's see if we can get a few more of these residents to speak to us. Thank you so much, sir, for your time. Thank you. You are live on SABC News. Why are you here today?
Well, I think it's the same sentiments on all South Africans' mouth, is that we want an end to corruption in government. We want the president to make sure that South Africa is crime-free, drug-free, corruption-free, so that all South Africans can enjoy living in this beautiful country, South Africa.
Of course, the announcement that was made by the president establishing the commission of inquiry, are you in support of that? And also the implicated deputy national police commissioner, should he stay on? What is your view on that?
Well, our view is quite clear. If General Mkhwanazi has made certain allegations and he has the proof to back it up, then we believe the president should take a stronger stance in terms of the commission of inquiry. I mean, we had commission inquiries for Zondo, we had commission of inquiries for Pala Pala. Nothing came of it. Nobody was arrested, nobody was prosecuted. So we are saying this is not a time for commission, this is a time to act. This is a time as a president to take a stance and clean his government of all the corrupt officials, clean his department of all the corrupt officials, so that we as South Africans that are voicing our concerns today can live in a country that is free, that is fair, that is transparent, and it will be run with a rule of integrity and honesty for all South African law-abiding citizens.
Appreciate your time, sir. These are just some of the sentiments expressed here by the people who are taking part in this particular march. Of course, it continues, but we'll have to link back to you in studio for now, Mfundo.
There's a powerful energy rising in the streets of KwaZulu-Natal, and it's wrapped in one message: hands off Mkhwanazi. That's the cry echoing through Durban today as residents, activists, and political movements take to the streets to demand protection for Lieutenant General Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi, the province's top cop who many now see as a symbol of courage in a system riddled with rot. This isn't just another protest. It's a movement. The hashtag Hands Off Mkhwanazi march has been building momentum ever since the commissioner dropped those bombshell allegations, naming and shaming high-ranking police officials, including Police Minister Senzo Mchunu, for allegedly interfering in investigations and having links to criminal syndicates. His words shook the foundation of South Africa's policing system. And for many South Africans, Mkhwanazi finally said what people have been whispering for years. Now, organizers of the march are making it clear. They believe Mkhwanazi is under threat, and they want his safety guaranteed. They're calling for full state protection, and they're not waiting for polite press releases. They're taking it to the streets. But there's something deeper behind this march. It's not just about Mkhwanazi as a person, it's about what he represents: accountability, transparency, the rare idea that someone in power is willing to take a stand, even when it puts his career, and potentially his life, on the line. And this is where things get tense. President Cyril Ramaphosa recently announced the formation of a judicial commission of inquiry to probe Mkhwanazi's allegations. That might sound like a step in the right direction. But many of the protesters today see it differently. They don't want another expensive, drawn-out commission that leads nowhere. They've seen that movie before. From Marikana to state capture, they've watched the government hold endless hearings and walk away with very little action. So they're rejecting the commission entirely. One protester put it bluntly: "We know how these commissions work. They protect the guilty and silence the brave." And that's why the anger in the crowd isn't just about corruption. It's about a growing distrust in how this government responds when brave individuals come forward with the truth. As the march moves through the streets, the signs speak volumes. Protect Mkhwanazi, clean SAPS, no to police mafia, justice delayed is justice denied. And the people holding those signs are everyday South Africans, nurses, students, taxi drivers, teachers, united in their belief that enough is enough. Political groups have joined in too. Some opposition leaders were spotted on the ground, not just watching, but marching alongside the people. They echoed the sentiment that it's time to deal with corruption at the highest levels, and that shielding whistleblowers like Mkhwanazi should be a national priority. And let's not forget what sparked this all. Mkhwanazi's brave revelations about alleged political interference, about powerful figures trying to bury investigations, about criminal elements operating freely under the protection of state power. If what he's saying is true, and many believe it is, then this isn't just about one province. It's about the soul of policing in South Africa. As the sun sets on this powerful day of protest, one thing is clear: South Africans are watching. They're standing up, and they're demanding a country where telling the truth doesn't put you in danger. They're demanding a system where real accountability isn't just a buzzword, but a lived reality. Whether the government listens is another story. But for now, the message is loud and clear: hands off Mkhwanazi. And hands off the truth.